Yeah, good day, everyone. My name is Toyosi Labelda. I'm the principal administrator of True Email Services. So today I'm here to talk once again about converting your visitor's visa to a permanent resident visa. Now I posted a video yesterday, and a lot of people commented about it. Some were even saying it's possible and all that. So I just want to clarify on that. The video yesterday was a short video. It was just like 3 or 4 minutes video, but I need to clarify some things about it so that you understand how it works. But before I go on, I want to encourage you to follow us on all our social media channels. We're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're also on TikTok. Our handle is @Trilling Travel on all those channels, and you are sure that you'll be able to watch so many videos that relate to Canada, travels, visas, and share with your friends, family members. When you see them, when you watch those videos, you will love them when you watch them. Just go to our page, check them out, and you see a lot of videos that will benefit you. So going back to my topic, which is, can I convert a visitor's visa to a permanent residence? I will still say no. And I will explain why. What I meant by that is, you cannot come in today and convert tomorrow to a PR in a short while. No, from a visitor's visa. It's a long process. I'm going to start by telling you two stories. These are stories that are personal to me, and the people concerned are people I know very well because they are very close to me. Now, we had a client that came in on a visitor visa 2 years ago. She came in with the intention that she was going to convert from a visitor's visa to a work visa, not even a permanent resident visa. That's her intention. Now, when she came in, that policy came out around that time, or maybe not around that time. It came out earlier before that. There's a policy that allows you to convert your visitor's visa to a work permit. So she heard about it. She was in PR with us. She abandoned the PR and traveled to Canada with the visitor's visa and said, "Oh, I'm going to convert. Don't worry, I'm going to change." She was here for 2 years. She got a job offer. The work permit was refused because there are requirements. If you are converting your visitor's visa to a work visa, the job offer has requirements which you must meet. It's not just like just get a job offer anywhere and you think that is all. I'll talk about that in this video. So she was there for 2 years. She got a job offer. She also contemplated doing marriage, but it was so tough for her to get somebody that she could marry. She contemplated going for asylum, but when she looked at it, weighed it, that, well, I have my brother here who I can always come and visit later on or thereabouts. Finally, she left Canada 2 weeks ago for Nigeria. Let me tell you, she has lost her job because nobody will hold your job for 2 years for you. When she was going, she sold all her things, sold her car, sold her house, because she believed she wasn't coming back to Nigeria. The luck she had was that she had her brother here who accommodated her, was feeding her, and providing for her needs. That was the luck she had. So, but unfortunately, she was not able to convert her visitor's visa to a work visa. She couldn't get somebody to get married to, so she's finally back home. Because, in fact, they told her they were going to deport her, but she opted to buy the ticket by herself and go back home. So, after 2 years in Canada, trying to convert her visitor's visa to a work visa, she's finally back in Nigeria, and she has to go and start all over again because she has spent a lot of funds. But anyway, let's just leave that. Now, the second person too is someone very close to me. My mechanic in Nigeria is in Canada at the moment. I got him a visitor's visa to Canada. He cannot speak English. He doesn't even work. He did not finish secondary school. He now wants to convert his visitor's visa to a work visa. Now, let me tell you the challenge he has. He doesn't have WAEC, so he doesn't qualify for many programs. He doesn't have BSc, or Bachelor of Arts, or Bachelor of Science, or PhD, or Masters. He doesn't qualify for many programs. Yeah, mechanics are in high demand in Canada. I agree. But there are requirements. You need to be licensed to work in Canada as a mechanic. You can't just do what they do in Nigeria, where you just open a shop, you go to somewhere, you learn for 2 weeks or whatever length of time you want to learn, and you now open a shop. No, you need to be licensed. For you to be licensed in Canada as a mechanic, you need to challenge an exam. This guy cannot speak English, and the exam is going to be in either French or English. If you cannot speak English and write English, how do you want to pass that exam? So he's been here for 2 months now. Now let me give you an analysis. He doesn't have any family member or friend in Canada. He sold a lot of things when he was coming to Canada. Sold his house, sold his cars, sold a lot of properties to that. Oh, don't worry, I'm not coming back to Nigeria. Now, he's been living in an hotel for almost 2 months now. Let me do an analysis for you. When you stay in an hotel, the average hotel bill per day is about $100. $100 times 30 days in a month is $3,000. Now, $3,000 times 600, let's use 600 to multiply that, which is the black market rate, because you will not get dollars to buy air at the official rate. So let me multiply that here and see what that amounts to, what is spending on accommodation on a monthly basis. 3,000 times 600, that's 1.8 million naira on a monthly basis. This guy came here with about 10,000 Canadian dollars. On a monthly basis, he's spending 1.8 million, that's $3,000. Now, he has spent 2 months here. On accommodation alone, he has spent $6,000 out of the $10,000 he brought to Canada. And he's still looking forward to getting, he has not gotten a job. As of today, don't forget, he has to eat, he has to take transport, he has to do other things. Even his people at home will be asking him, oh, you're in Canada now, send me money, send me all this. He has not gotten a job as of today. He has gotten no job. He has not gotten any job at all. And he's still looking for how to convert his visitor's visa to a work visa. No SSC results, no BSc results. He has not done IELTS. He cannot even do IELTS. If he does it, he's not going to pass. He can't speak English. Now, those are 2 scenarios that I have at the moment. And that was what necessitated me to do that video. Because they are putting a lot of pressure on us. That, oh, we got them the visitor visa, now come back. We told you, right, the visa you have is a visitor visa. It's a visa that allows you to come into Canada and visit Canada and go back. If you are lucky to convert, fine. So let me now tell you what it entails to convert. For you to convert your visitor's visa to a work visa, yeah, it's possible. But how easy is it? I'm not a blogger. I'm a licensed immigration consultant in Canada. So I don't need to blog and tell you something that is controversial because I'm looking for followership or likes or that. No, I'm telling you the raw truth. What is on paper is different from what is on ground. I'm telling you, what is on paper. Yeah, Canada government says you can convert your visitor's visa to work visa. It's on paper. But now I'm talking about reality. To convert, if you check our pages, you see we've done a video on that, but I'll just recap it again. To convert your visitor's visa to a work visa, one, you have to get an employer. That employer must be able to pay your salary. So it's not just all employers. So that means that employer must have been filing his taxes. He has shown that he's doing well. His business book is fine. He can pay salary. So if you go and get an employer, okay, like we have many employers. We have employers who are just sole proprietors. They employ themselves alone. You now think you get a job offer from them. Some churches can employ you as admin, whatever, but is their finance able to pay your salary? Yeah, you can't just get a job offer that won't pay salary. Then we have what we call minimum necessary income. They cannot pay you less than that. Oh, they cannot. So their books will show. So many employers are willing to offer job offers, but they don't have the means because their income cannot pay salaries. So you have to get a job offer from an employer first. After you have gotten that job offer, your employer will now go and apply for LMIA. LMIA is, the employer has searched the whole of Canada. He has not seen a single person who is a PR or a citizen who can do the job he wants to offer to you. Don't forget, if your job requires licensing, you must pass the license. So no employer will give you a job that requires license and you don't have license. For example, you're a mechanic, you have to have a license. Carpenter, you need to have a license for that. Chefs, you need to have a license for that. So many jobs. Medical doctor, you need to have a license. Physiotherapist, you need to have a license. So I have so many jobs here that they are regulated. Many occupations. I'm a consultant, immigration consultant. I'm licensed. I cannot do immigration consulting without being licensed. So if you don't have a license, the likelihood of you getting a job offer from an employer is very low. Let's not even talk about applying for LMIA. Because LMIA, the employer must do advertisement to search Canada. So most jobs that are in high demand may require a license, which you do not have. You have to start thinking about that. That's money. After the employer has gotten the LMI approved, you will now need to go and apply for a work permit. Now the visa officer will check: are you eligible for this thing you are applying for? Are you qualified? What's your qualification? He will check. If he feels that you are not qualified, he can refuse your visa too. So it's not automatic. And the question I've asked many people, okay, let me give you the statistics. We have, in the last 6-7 months, we have done so many applications, over 500 temporary residence applications. And I can tell you that we have only been able to convert 5 people who converted from visitor visa to a work visa. What is the statistics? Meanwhile, when you talk of study visa, temporary visitor visas, we've gotten over 500 approvals in the last 6 months. But in the last 1 year, we've just been only able to assist 5 people to convert from a visitor visa to a work visa. What is the percentage of that? And some of these people that are converted, they had been here before. They had gotten license for what they were doing. That was what made it easy. So it was easy for them to get an employer, because what they were doing, they had the qualification, they had everything intact to start a job in that field. So if you are coming to do admin job, customer service job, you are not likely going to get LMI approved for that, because there are a lot of people here who are eligible to work that have not gotten jobs. Also, I'll give you an example. I have someone that came in with the spouse, one of my clients who came in with his spouse like a month ago, and I spoke to them yesterday. He said he's still looking for a job himself. These are people that already have a work permit. Let's not talk about you that wants to convert from a visitor visa to a work permit. Someone that already has a work permit is still looking for a job. He already has a work permit, because we came in with a work permit straight away. He's looking for a job. You now that don't have a work permit, you just want to convert from visitors to work permits. Do you think it's so easy? So it's not like, any rule, there are exceptions to any rule. Yeah, the fact that I said that you cannot convert from a visitor visa to permanent residence, what I meant was that you cannot automatically convert. There might be things in between that you must first do. So my fact is, you cannot convert directly from a visitor visa to a permanent resident, but you can convert from a visitor visa to work permit. From a work permit, you cannot convert to PR. But that's a process. Not that you just come in today, because those are the asking us questions. What they're asking is that, I'm here on a visitor visa. Please, I want to convert to a permanent resident visa. You need to follow the process. You need to do IELTS, do credential assessment and all that. Most rules always has an exception. An exception for conversion from visitor visa to permanent resident is that if you marry a citizen or a PR, yes, your spouse can sponsor you. That's an exception to it. But what is the number of people that come into Canada through that means? How many people are coming in through sponsorship? I'm not saying people are not coming in through sponsorship. People are coming in. I've done so many myself this year. But what is the number compared with the number of people that are coming in through visitor's visa? So are you saying that everybody coming in through visitor's visa must go and get married to convert to PR? It's not possible. Many of them don't have spouses. They don't even have friends in Canada. They are coming alone. So if you have a spouse in Canada, yes, your spouse can sponsor you, and through that way, you can remain in Canada. You will not work until they approve your work permit. In fact, you will not work until they approve your work permit. Then, if your PR is finally approved, you can work. You can convert to a PR. Then someone was talking about refugees. Yes, if you come in on a visitor visa, you can file for refugee. But that does not automatically means that your PR is accepted. When they accept you as a refugee, they will still give you a work visa for you to work. They will test your claim, the claims you are claiming. You fill a BOC. That's the form you're going to fill at the point of entry, where they're going to ask you about your basis of claim. They will verify all those things. It could be a lengthy period. It could be 2 years. It could be 3 years. It could be 5 years. It could be 7 years. But if at the end of the day they verify that what you are saying is a lie, they will deport you back, or they refuse your application and deport you back. So it is not coming in through visa and saying that you are coming for a refugee. Is not, especially when we don't have evidence, or you don't have a strong basis for claiming that, it might not be feasible. Yeah, people can convert from visitor visa to refugee, but the refugee process is not automatic, and it's not a guarantee that you become a PR. It's not. I'm going to do another video later where I'm going to talk about refugee process and all that, because a lot of people are confused about it. They don't even understand how it works. They just assume that, once I come to Canada, I'll just go and lift my hand up at the border and that's all. No, they can give you a work permit, you can still be here for a while. But when they investigate, and if at the end of the day they feel that what you have done, what you have said is not genuine, or they see any flaw in your comments or your your actions or anything, they can refuse your visa. They can turn it down and ask you to leave Canada. Even if it takes them 10 years to complete, they will ask you to leave. But if it's fine and they can verify your claims and your claim is fine, you'll be given PR. Yeah. So there are exceptions to all rules. An exception to the fact that you cannot convert visitors visa to PR is refugee process and marriage. In fact, there's a third one, which is H&C, humanitarian and compassionate grant. We have gotten visas, permanent residence for people on that basis. It takes a long while. Yeah, they came in on visitors visa, and at the end of the day, we were able to ask for H&C for them, and at the end of the day, they converted. It's a rare situation. It's not a common thing. What is the number of people that convert through these processes? That's it. Compare with those that are coming in. So the essence of that video is to let people know that don't sell your things. When you're coming to Canada with a visitor visa, it's supposed to be used to visit. It is not meant for you to come as a permanent resident. No. Because if you go and sell your things and you get frustrated when you come here and see that things are different from what you thought, you will not like it. And that's why many people go into crime and other things that they should not go to, because they don't have anything to do. They are stuck where they are. They can't go back, and they remain here, and they are useless to themselves. So I don't want people, because yesterday we had 30 temporary resident approvals yesterday alone. So we're having many people getting approvals for visitors visa right now. So many of them, and all of them are thinking that they are going to migrate. That's why we have to put that video out for them to understand that no, a visitors visa cannot easily be converted to a permanent resident visa. No, it cannot. It cannot. If you are going to convert it, it's a long process that has its processes. And many of those that are even coming, I know the profile of many of my clients. Some of them are low-level people who don't have extra resources. Some of them did not even go to school, and they want to convert to PR. Which platform are you going to use? You have to think about it. I'm not saying those that didn't go to school cannot become PR. They can become PR, but it's a bit difficult, because most of these programs that we have are skill-based. Unless you are going to marriage, sponsorship through your spouse, you are using refugee process to convert, you are using H&C to convert. Those are exceptions. But I'm talking about the general process that for you to come in as a visitor, it is not so easy for you to just convert to PR. You still have to meet the requirement for PR. That's just the word. You must meet the requirements, which is, if you have to do IELTS exam or English exam, you must do it. If you have to do French exam, you must do it. If you have to assess your credential to see whether it's equivalent to Canadian style, you must do it. You can convert from visitors to study visa, but not conversion. You are going to apply for visitor visa, for study visa, as if you're going to apply. It's not like you are converting. You have to apply for it afresh. It doesn't give you any advantage that you're in Canada. You still provide proof of funds. You still need to show that you pay school fees. You still need to show that you are living. If you're applying for, if you're on a visitor visa in Canada and you want to convert to a study visa, you have to meet all the requirements that you are supposed to meet if you're outside Canada, and even much more. And what is the much more? You need to show that you are going back to your home country. You must show it. Otherwise, you'll be refused. So you see how difficult it is. So many people that are coming, okay, like the person I said now, he sold his house, he came here with about $10,000. How does he want to study? Where will he get the funds? In fact, he spoke to me about study. I told him that, as at that time, the exchange rate had not changed. I said, you needed 10 million naira. He asked me that, where will he get it from? That's what he asked. Where will I get the money from? Because he doesn't have a job here. He has left what he's doing in Nigeria. He has sold a lot of his properties. He has nothing else. He said, where will he get it from? So they don't think that because you are here, you will now boycott some requirement. No. All the requirements that you meet, if you want to convert from visitors to study, proof of funds, you must show it. Admission letter, you must show it. Pay school fees, you must do that. Everything that someone outside Canada is doing, you must also do it. Then, on it, you must show that you are going back to your home country. Evidence of that too must be there. You are showing that you have assets in your own country, you must show everything. You must show it. So what's the advantage? Is there any advantage? I don't see any advantage in it. But if you have the funds, you have everything, yeah, you can come here. For those that have the funds, don't always want to come here and sit down. They just come back again, go while they are waiting for their appeal to be processed. Yeah, because you have the funds. You have the funds to finance your education. You have everything. Your parent, or maybe your parents have it, or your sponsors that have all that. So, just like I said, this video is to clarify the video I made yesterday, where I said that you cannot easily convert your visitor visa to a permanent residence visa. It's not straightforward. You can't automatically convert it. There are some exceptions, as I said, but for the regular process, it is not easily convertible. You can convert your visitor visa to other categories. It's also not a straightforward process. It will take some time and might be challenging and difficult. Just like I told you about two people who are very close to me who went through that same experience and they're not finding it easy at all. Yeah, there are one or two other people who would find it easy. But what's the number of those people compared with those that are not finding it easy? Don't get stuck. Plan your trip well. Have plans. Before you travel, make a good plan. Don't come and get stuck in Canada and you will say, we did not tell you. We are bothered about you. That's why we are saying all this. We don't want you to leave something for nothing. Yeah, I'm saying it. Don't leave something for nothing. Have a good plan. If you have a study visa, I will tell you, you can work in Canada with a study visa conveniently. If you come to Canada straight with a work visa, it's fine. If you come to Canada with a permanent residence visa, perfect. But visitor's visa, it has a lot of limitations. Don't get carried away. Don't assume that because you have a visitor's visa, you are migrating to Canada. No, I don't think so. There are still other processes that you need to follow through to do that change. It might not be so easy. It's not even easy. It's not like it might not be so easy. It is not easy. I'm a consultant, so I know what I'm talking about. I'm talking from experience. It's not easy. And if you don't have funds, it will be a big issue. Very big issue. So follow us on all our social media channels. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on LinkedIn, and we're also on TikTok. Our handle is @travel. We're also on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit on that bell notification button so that when we post any other video, you'll be the first to see it. See you guys.